Hold on.
Do we need to turn on this light?
No. Alright, everyone. We just got done watching... Oh, shit. Well, hold on.
What'd you do?
Oops. I just need to get the chat up. We just got done watching the greatest Royal Rumble ever, obviously. Let's get the chat. Alright. Okay, so let's go over these matches and let's talk about them. What's up, Teabag?
What's up?
Elena was at work, so she only saw, like, the part of the greatest Royal Rumble, but, let's start with the first match. You were on the bus watching it? Yeah. Okay. So, first match they started with. First match for Saudi Arabia, which I think they might have done a house show before this in Saudi Arabia. Edward Mohan, welcome. So, Triple H versus John Cena. To me, and let me know what you guys think in the chat.
Who won?
The winner was John Cena, which makes sense because John Cena still wrestles more than Triple H does, so it means more for him to get a win here, especially after that 2.5 minute loss that he had at WrestleMania against The Undertaker.
But yeah, if you guys have any opinions, real quick, just
yeah, let us know and we'll talk about it. I thought that this was a decent match, you know what I mean? It's nothing. It wasn't anything to write home about. It was kind of just a normal, hey, Triple H. You didn't see the first 4 matches, Popcorn? Well, that sucks. But this was kind of like, an old school mentality type match, except for the fact of all the false finishes and shit.
Go ahead.
As normal. But, not a bad match. Not a terrific match. Just kind of what you would expect when you see Triple H versus John Cena. Cena kicked out of the pedigree. Triple H kicked out of an AA. It took a couple of finishers. And finally, John Cena was able to pull off the 5-knuckle shuffle. He got Triple H. He hit Triple H with 1 AA. Then hit him with another at the end. So it was 3 AAs.
Okay, we're here because I'm pretty sure everyone watched it, and so don't have to explain how the fight went. Well, not being an asshole, I'm just trying to say.
I'm not saying everybody did, but I mean, we might as well go over the matches as we're going through them, not just immediately list off the results. I'm just saying. Everybody kicks out of AA. That's true. I mean, finishers aren't finishers anymore. They are, you know, I don't know. It takes a few. Okay, so anyway, I probably would give Triple H versus John Cena, you know, I don't know, 2.5 out of 4 stars. I mean, it was a fine match. Even Paul is kicked out of the AA, so it was fine, but it wasn't a barn burner or anything. Next, we had the WWE Cruiserweight title match, which was Kalisto versus champion Cedric Alexander. I really liked this match a lot, and it didn't seem like the Saudi Arabian crowd was really into this, but then again, I never watched 205 Live. So, you know, it's all Greek to me, but as far as just the match itself, I thought it was a great match. They both performed well. It was terrific. Which was better, their WrestleMania 22 match or this? For Cena and Triple H, I'm going WrestleMania 22 all the way. And it's not just because I was there. I was there. Anyway, as far as Kalisto versus Cedric Alexander, I thought it was a great Cruiserweight title match. I feel like the crowd was invested somewhat, but you got to remember, they were at an open stadium. Okay, so, and even, you know, wrestlers like Edge and others have said this. When you're at an open stadium like that, a lot of the sound just goes up the top. and you can't really hear it so much. Even the wrestlers can't hear it, let alone the people watching on television. So maybe it had a better reaction than I think that it did, but probably not. I don't know. I don't know how much Saudi Arabians watch 205 Live or know who Kalisto or Cedric Alexander are. But that being said, was a great match. Cedric Alexander won in the end and retained his title, which is going to be a very repetitive thing in this night because every single person retained their title.
What was the next match? Who was versus who?
The next match?
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to it.
So, no, just tell me so I can prepare what I'm going to say.
The Bar versus Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alright, so anyway.
Who won? The Bar?
No. I liked Kalisto and Cedric Alexander. I thought it was a great match.
Okay.
And Cedric won, so it is what it is.
Opinions till the next one.
Anyway, next, it was a match for the vacant Raw Tag Team titles. So we knew we were having a new tag team champs no matter what here. And it was the Bar versus Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. And we ended up. You watched every match on Fast Forward.
Sheamus, dude, that's my man right there. Sheamus, fucking lost.
Sheamus is cool.
Wait, Bryant and who? Or whatever.
Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt.
Oh, Jesus.
Because if you remember, Matt Hardy threw Bray Wyatt into the lake of reincarnation. What's up, April? Welcome. And so now Bray is woken, and that's why they're tag team partners, apparently. But anyway, I thought this was a decent match. You know, and if I'm being honest, I prefer the Bar to Matt Hardy and Bray.
Hell, fuck yeah, you better.
Only because they haven't been booked that well. Like, the entire Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt feud was not, in my opinion, booked terrifically. I thought it was boo. It was just kind of like half-assed. Like, they were like, oh, well, we finally give you broken Matt Hardy, but we'll call him woken Matt Hardy. And it just, I don't know. They never committed 100% to it the way that Impact did. And so, to me, it just wasn't as good. What's up, Masp? How are you? Triple L's gonna kick EBar's ass, probably. So anyway,
I like the fucking Bray and whatever.
Yeah,
especially
Elena.
That, they're crazy.
Even though you laugh like that sometimes.
I fucking hate it. No, I don't.
But anyway, Bray and Matt won, which I fully expected, don't get me wrong. And like I said, I really enjoy the Bar. I think they're a great tag team. I like how they were feuding at first, then forced to become a tag team, and went on to become champions. And all that, so... Invite you. I can't. I'm not doing a Google Hangout, or I would.
Oh, would? I would. Oh, I thought you said or I would. I thought that was like some new name of a weird hangout.
I'm not on a Google Hangout right now, man. I'd have to totally change everything. I'm sorry, dude. If I knew you wanted to, but you weren't even in Discord talking about it. I didn't even know if you watched it. But anyway, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt win. And I feel like that was obvious because they wouldn't have teamed them together, and especially had Matt Hardy win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal if that wasn't going to happen. So, call him on the phone. He doesn't have my number, nor do I his. Finest didn't watch it, obviously. Okay.
I didn't. All right. Then we had. Watch it either.
Then we had. Okay. So next, after the Raw Tag Team titles, will there be? I mean, it's called results. So, anyway, WWE United States title match: Jinder Mahal versus Jeff Hardy. It didn't seem like this would change since Jeff Hardy's now on SmackDown and Jinder Mahal's now on Raw. It wouldn't have made a lot of sense, but regardless, Jeff Hardy won. I was watching it, but
Matt and Jeff are on the same SmackDown or Raw or whatever.
Not anymore. Jeff went to SmackDown.
So they're both separate.
Yeah, Jeff is on SmackDown now. Matt's still on Raw with Bray.
They split up their brothers, man. Crazy.
It's not the first time.
Sorry. Anyways.
But yeah, Jeff won, and apparently there was a huge botch during this match, but I completely missed it. So If anybody saw the botch, please feel free to describe it in detail in the chat, and that's fine. But other than that, pretty basic match between Jeff and Jinder. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a classic or anything, but it was fine and it was passable. Honestly, I'm just still impressed that at this point, Jeff is still able to perform at the level that he performs at. You only watched the Rumble. That's fine, Masp. I feel like a lot of people might have only watched the Rumble. There's already a thing called Botchamania Finest. You can't steal that. Soon we had the SmackDown Tag Team title match of the Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers. So, I said it earlier, no titles changed hands. So, the Bludgeon Brothers won the titles 3 weeks ago at WrestleMania. They're still the champions. They beat the Usos. I will say that this, to me, in my opinion, was a much better match than the triple threat at WrestleMania. I feel like maybe they thought it through more, or maybe they had more time. I don't know exactly, but it definitely came off as a much better match than that triple threat at WrestleMania. It just did. Still, I'm not fully behind the Bludgeon Brothers. I don't feel like they're the best tag team on SmackDown. I don't feel like they're the second best tag team. And I really don't feel like they're the third best tag team. So I don't really think that they deserve the titles, although I'm a big fan of Luke Harper. Not so much of Eric Rowan. But just the gimmick of, oh, we're big and bad and we have mallets, and so that means that we're going to just demolish everybody.
What does that mean?
Swanton Bombs that's a finisher from Jeff Hardy. Oh. You not knowing that makes me embarrassed. No, it's fine.
Whoops.
But I'm just not a huge fan of the Bludgeon Brothers. The fourth best tag team...
Bludgeon Brothers? Hell no. Stop. Speak.
I'm stuck. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so the Bludgeon Brothers retain. I don't agree with it, but
like that out way too long.
Yeah, it's like a Family Guy joke. But like I said, they only won it 3 weeks ago. So why would they have them lose it already in Saudi Arabia? Anyway. Then we had a ladder match for the WWE Intercontinental title. Samoa Joe versus, hey, what's up, Jesus? Finn Balor versus The Miz versus Seth Rollins.
Wait, what? This is for
maybe match of the night. This was a really good match. There were a lot of cool spots.
And Finn Balor won it all, right?
Except he didn't. Anyway, this is really a cool match. I thought there were a lot of cool spots.
I remember I haven't seen to be honest, he's spoiling it for me too.
In my opinion, I think that the Intercontinental Championship is the top championship on Raw. You have the people you'd really like fighting for the Universal title, fighting for it, and I don't know. For me, Intercontinental title means more. Anyway, y'all in chat. Anyway, so a lot of great spots, and the ending was really fucking cool. You probably would have got mad because Finn Balor is like on this tall ass ladder, and he's almost to the shit. Seth Rollins is
poop. He's almost taking a poop.
Yeah, almost. Seth Rollins is on the outside, so he's like, "Oh, I'm safe. I just need a couple more seconds. I'm almost there." Seth pops up out of nowhere, jumps off the ropes onto the ladder, runs up the ladder, and bada boom, he grabs the shit. Like the ending moments of this match were the coolest moments. And I said that Seth would win, like I said, because I just, he only won it 3 weeks ago, so why would they give it to anybody else now? But
sounds like it would have been a crazy match.
But it was insane, and I really quite enjoyed this. So, arguably match of the night to me. Blah blah blah.
Match of the day.
It was night for the people in Saudi Arabia, and I respect all cultures, so I don't know about y'all. All right. WWE title match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles one more time. And one more time, AJ got knocked in the nuts. AJ already has like 4 kids, so it's fine. He doesn't need any more. He doesn't need his nuts to work properly, so that's totally fine. Anyway, I gotta say, I didn't watch SmackDown, so I didn't hear Nakamura's new theme. But it has lyrics now, and it is fucking dope. And I'm gonna add it to Spotify, and it gives me a boner kind of just thinking about it.
I haven't heard of it, so calm the fuck down.
Don't tell me to calm down.
Should you?
Anyway,
Bart Simpson.
You are not Homer, and I'm not Bart.
No.
Anyway, this was a great match too, and this was the only other match tonight that I would argue was. Had a chance to be match of the night.
Wait, what? What match?
AJ and Nakamura
try
to keep up.
Sorry, I kind of blanked out there for a minute. I'm so sorry, AJ Nakamura. Oh yeah, because Nakamura told you to keep your pants.
Anyway, a lot of cool shit. A lot of cool shit happened. Nakamura knocked his nuts behind the referee.
Nakamura, not Nakamura. Nakamura.
And so anyway,
Mortimer.
Basically, then they ended up outside the ring, and it ended in a fucking double countout, which there's no more.
Wait, so who won then? AJ?
Nobody won. It was a double countout, but AJ retained.
Well, that was a pointless
but AJ
match.
Retains because he's the champion. So
okay, of course, yeah, okay, we're good.
But there's no more blue balls you can get in a wrestling match than having a double countout because there's no fucking real winner in his lane.
How does that happen? Count them out once and then count them out again?
No, they're both outside the ring and they both get counted out.
Oh.
You're looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
Dude,
just
no,
saying.
I'm not. I'm
just saying.
asking a double count out, they should call it.
Good God.
It's just one, because they're both out, so they might as well be counting for both of them.
They are. That's what makes it
double.
They are, that's what makes it double.
No, that's not the point. The point is that they're both out there. They both got out at the same time, or did you have to start a different count for the other guy?
No, they're both getting counted out at the same time.
Okay, so then since it happened all at once, then it was just one fucking count.
Except it's double because it's for both of them.
Oh my god, there shouldn't be an independent.
It's not independent. It's the same.
Okay,
it's the same.
It's the same.
It is the same, but it's double because it's not just one man out. It's double the men. It's 2 men.
It's one match.
You're out there, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just saying.
All right, thanks, April. Have a good one. Anyway, casket match. Rusev versus The Undertaker. What can I say? I feel like we all knew that The Undertaker was going to win. And he did win. And he didn't only win, but he put fucking Aiden English in the casket with Rusev. But the thing was, it lasted longer than Undertaker versus John Cena. Well longer. And Rusev actually got in some offense, so overall, I think it was good for Rusev, even though he lost. You know what I mean?
Wait, what? Rusev? Why The Undertaker and Rusev? Like, where did that come from? Is Undertaker now back on the roster? Or?
It was a big event, babe. They tried to get every old school person they could.
So they used the biggest fucking opportunity they had was the fucking dead man. Fucking cheating ass motherfuckers.
And this casket match fell on Rusev Day. Money. So you'd think on Rusev Day Rusev would pull it out, but no, Undertaker won. It was a casket match. It didn't last that long, but it lasted longer, obviously, like I said, than Undertaker versus John Cena. Rusev got in some good offense. Whenever he tried to put the accolade on Undertaker, I don't know what you guys thought, but not how an accolade should look.
They cheated.
Looked real fucked up.
Rusev should have won that. Undertaker is no longer available. Like, what is he gonna do? Continue to fucking fight? Or, I mean, come on, you can't do that. Rusev could have had his fucking moment. Sorry, I know I interrupted. But now that I think about it, I'm fucking pissed.
It was Rusev Day.
Oh my god, this guy.
So anyway, yeah, Aiden English tried to, and the thing was, Undertaker was able to chokeslam Rusev, but I don't feel like Undertaker was confident that he'd be able to tombstone him, and he was like, well, I want to be able to tombstone somebody, So the tombstone went to Aiden English. Rusev will be coming. He basically is already, even though he's incredibly over, which is real.
No, that's so sad.
Which
Keep
is
him on
real,
there.
real
He's
sad.
doing good. But the only reason he keeps losing is because they keep paying him more money to lose. Or something like that.
Anyway, Aiden English got in there after Rusev was already in the casket, but it wasn't closed yet.
Throw match.
And then Aiden English came in to fight the Undertaker, and this was the guy that's light enough for the Undertaker to actually do the tombstone on. So bada boom, he does the tombstone, and rolls Aiden English into the casket with Rusev, then closes it, and then gets the win.
No.
So honestly, overall entertaining, and I will say that easily in Saudi Arabia, Undertaker got the biggest pop and ovation and constant entertainment throughout the entire night. So he's the fucking Undertaker, man. What can you say? What's up, Alistair? Welcome. What's up, Rob Jansen? How are you? All right. Then we had this fucking ridiculous steel cage match for the WWE Universal title, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. It is what it is in the ring.
Don't even get me started. I'm fucking pissed.
And she didn't even see it. I just explained it to her.
I didn't even see it, dude.
You know, they do a couple F5s or some Superman punches or some spears. It is what it is. It's the same shit between Roman and Brock. But I do have some things to say about this. So, F5, suplexes, spears, Superman punches.
Brock. Is that the only thing you did?
What else do you need to do? You're Brock Lesnar. And yeah, like Rob Jansen just said in the chat, that finish was a stinker. Okay, so if you didn't watch it, and even if you did, let's just go back over it. So, Roman spears Brock through the cage. Brock is still on the cage. Roman rolls off first. His feet clearly touch first. And because Brock's body touched first, they call him the winner. Number one, that's never, ever been the fucking rule for cage matches. It's always been your feet. Number two, the cage is still beneath Brock. So has he technically touched the floor just because a few chunks of his skin may have touched the floor through the cage? Nah, not really. So, like, I don't know what they were thinking booking this. I don't understand it. Roman did win the match. I mean, technically, he should have. Yeah. And that's what Rob is saying.
And that's why I'm so mad. Because, you know, Brock Lesnar just signed another fucking contract with WWE, which makes him the biggest bitch ever to be in WWE history and fucking cheat all the goddamn time. And you're getting paid $600,000 to cheat every single fucking match you do. Fuck you, Brock Lesnar. Fuck you, man.
It just, honestly, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because they're not even adhering to their own rules just to make sure that Brock remains the fucking champion. Like, the shit is absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't even make sense in the WWE logic. In WWE logic, you got to give them, you know, a lot of leeway because a lot of their shit doesn't make sense. But even within WWE, the shit doesn't make sense. The zip ties that were holding the piece of the cage are all in the replay. Well, I'm sure that's true, Filthy Agent, but
that's not the point here.
It's interesting, but it's not the point.
Not to be rude, but I'm just saying.
But the thing is, like, it's just, how can they justify that? Like, and the thing is, they're going to use it. They're going to use it not making sense to give Roman another fucking shot. And that's what even sucks even more, because it's like, okay, so Roman lost at WrestleMania, which, why the fuck should he get another shot after he immediately lost? But they give him another shot, and now he lost tonight, or today. Why give him another shot? And the reasoning is going to be because his feet touched first and blah, blah. If his feet touched first, give him the fucking belt because he earned it. He literally fucking beat Brock Lesnar. Are we making it rain? I don't know.
On Roman, dude. He fucking deserves it, man.
Ah, fuck Roman too. He sucks.
Oh my god. Whether he sucks or not, that's still not the point. Roman should have fucking got that shit, not Brock. Fucking pussy ass motherfucker.
I think she's challenging you, Brock, if you're watching.
Yeah, I am.
Anyway, then we have the fucking 50
But haters
man
gonna hate. What you gonna do?
Royal Rumble match.
I'm a female. Oh, he'll probably stick Sable after me then, huh? God forbid.
You could beat Sable.
I'd fucking beat... well, yeah, I already spoke it. It's a little slow. I was about to say, oh, well, I guess I can fucking beat
Anyway,
Sable.
so Daniel Bryan's number 1. Dolph Ziggler's number 2. A lot of shit happens, and then by the end, Braun Strowman wins. Who didn't find us? Most of us did. Well, is it significant though, Rob? Because all you get is a trophy and a green fucking belt. What does that mean? Why does he have a belt? What, he can't defend that. What is he gonna do? The next month's 50-man Royal Rumble? That's not gonna happen. So what is the point? This literally does the exact same, if not less.
But it's a souvenir.
If not less than winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It's meaningless. Truthfully. Like, what he goes, I'll beat 50 men. Like, dude, Braun, you're already fucking awesome. This does nothing. Honestly, if it was going to do something for anybody, I think that at the end there, Big Cass should have won. Because he's feuding with Daniel Bryan, he could have been like, yeah, I got this belt and I got this trophy and I'm the shit and whatever. But, like, Braun would have been badass either way. So I don't understand what the point of it was.
It's going to be
Chris Jericho came out. He got some revenge on Kevin Owens. That was cool. I loved Chris Jericho. He's one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. So it's always good to see him back. Other than that, I think Hornswoggle was there. I completely missed that because I was outside smoking. But he got eliminated, obviously, in less time than it takes to smoke a cigarette. So fuck him.
Nope.
You know. Shane did some iffy coast to coast. He's barely being able to get stable on the ropes anymore because he's getting so old. So anyway, yeah, Braun won the Royal Rumble, and I'm good with that. I love Braun Strowman. I'm just not sure that it does anything for him that he was already fucking awesome.
Hit up on the Daniel Bryan marks.
Daniel Bryan, I love Daniel Bryan. He broke records tonight. Since this is considered an actual Royal Rumble, which it shouldn't be, because
and he just came back.
It's some greatest Royal Rumble bullshit. But
he just came back.
But he lasted in the Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble longer than anybody has.
Royal
Rumble longer than anybody ever has, which is like once he hit an hour 5 minutes, it was like longer than anybody else had. Which wrestling for an hour, even if you kind of go out and lay outside for a while. That's a fucking feat, dude, because... And considering he's only been back for a few weeks, yeah, I got to give it up to Daniel Bryan. You know, you would hope he would win it. He came out number 1. He lasted until the final, like, 3 or 4. So, it was awesome, and I really enjoyed that. He had a great performance. But...
With an M, it's Rumber. Not rubber.
Yeah, it's not a rubber, you sick fuck.
It's a rumber. R-U-M, there's always rum.
Nah, but I just... Braun was before and would have continued to be fucking awesome. Okay. Whether or not he won this. So I just feel like it would have done more for Big Cass to win. In my opinion. And I didn't want Big Cass to win, but considering they were down to the final 2 is why I mentioned that. So... Anyways, that's pretty much my recap. That's my thoughts. If you have any quick questions you want to put in the chat, I will gladly answer them. But other than that, I'll go ahead and end the video. So, this whole thing was weird. I've been watching wrestling since 11 a.m. and it's 4:38 for me right now. So, that was a fucking long event. I did like the presentation. I thought that the set was fucking awesome. I thought the fact how many fireworks they used was cool. Considering they never do pyro anymore. Unrelated. I'll PM you, Finest. Overall, I wasn't impressed with the event. There, like I said, there were some shining moments, like the Intercontinental Championship match, the WWE Championship match. But the Rumble itself didn't impress me that much. You know, it was fine, but if that was a normal Rumble, I probably would be disappointed. And obviously, the Universal title was just absolutely fucked. The result was 1 to 10. I'd probably give it a 5. I give it 5 pennies out of 10. So you got a nickel on your hands. You liked it better than Mania? I'd probably disagree. Mania was not terrific, but I don't know. Honestly, they were about on par with each other. So, how many penises would I give it? Just one. Just one about 5.5-inch donger. Alright, anyway, so thanks for showing up, guys. As usual, all the hearts. Tune in tomorrow for Jackbox. We'll see you then. Be there. Last week was terrific. Let's make this week even better. And, wow.
Oh, God. Broke my arm trying to get in here. Oh, because I heard him end it, and I was like, I gotta be here for the ending.
So we gotta go to the hospital.
Oh, God.
And until tomorrow night, guys, we'll see you all the hearts, and have a terrific, have a terrific Friday. Love you.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.